Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about some resources you can find on Aviation Weather Center or aviationweather.gov. So today I'm going to be showing you some pages that I commonly go to and that you should visit very often when you do flight planning. So right now we're on the home page, and the first two items we're going to be looking at are the METARs and TAFs. So we can just go through here and we can get METAR data. So let's say we want to get information from Reed Hillview, which is my home airport. Just go ahead and put it in there and press get METAR data. And here it is. And as a private pilot, you should be able to know how to read this raw. But if you, for some reason, you're having difficulty that day, you can always press decode and it will explain everything to you except for the remarks. So look at San Jose, for example. So there we go. So it's all decoded for you right now. And if you're not sure what the remarks are saying, you can always look that up. But we can talk about that in another session. So yeah, that's it for METARs. Just remember, try to make sure you can read it raw. If you need help, feel free to hit decoded. What's also nice is you have the most recent, you have time frames for METAR. Say like you're doing a flight plan and you want to know what the trend has been for, let's say, bad visibility, winds. Let's say we're doing the past 6 hours. And as we can see here, the trend is light wind, we got some gusts, and now the wind's dropping off. Ceilings, you can see they're increasing, now it's falling again. And so on. You can see precipitation as well, all that good stuff. All right, let's go back to the home page. Now here we have some TAFs. So again, let's look at our home airport areas. Reed Hillview does not have a TAF, so we'll look at San Jose. And here it is. And right now, if you use the decode function, this is very helpful because if you have like a lot of time frames, you could easily get lost. So if we press decode, it will give us a time frame of when the weather applies. And it makes it so much easier to read. All right, so back to the home page. So the next two tabs you'll be looking at commonly are the forecasts and the tools. So let's just start with forecasts. So there's a lot of these that you can go through, but to save time, I'm going to go through the ones that you commonly use as a private pilot. So the first one we can hit is turbulence. Oh, whoops. Okay, I guess actually let's not do that. We'll save that for the next item. Let's go to winds and temps first. So you got to know which region you're in for flying. So let's say we're in the San Francisco area. We'll click here. And it'll give you all the winds. And so we're just going to go through some of the key numbers and then go from there. So here's San Francisco. So the first two digits are the true heading of the wind, and then the next two are the speed. And the rule is that if you're the altitude you want to find wind at, at 1,500 feet, wind will be provided. Above 2,500 feet AGL, you'll get a temperature. So let's just take a look at a few of these key ones. So if you ever see 9900, it means winds are light and variable. This is what we see at Red Bluff at 3,000 feet. And you notice above here, temperatures above 24,000 feet are all negative. So you see there's a negative sign here, then it goes away. So some key numbers we got to remember are these ones where you see we have a 77 for heading. So to deal with these ones, so as soon as you see anything abnormal like this, a heading of 77, which is saying 770, which makes no sense. It means that we have a wind speed in excess of 100 knots. So for decoding this, what you would do is start with the 77. We're going to subtract 50 from that, which makes it 27, which gives a heading of 270. Take the next two digits, add 100 to it. So this would become 270 at 101 knots and a temperature of minus 42 degrees. Yeah, so let me write that out really quickly. Okay, draw. Yeah, so just to reiterate, here's what I did. I took, for this number right here, I took 77, subtracted 50, which gave me 27, which now becomes a true heading of 270, and the velocity now is 101. And we can do the same for all of these that have heading directions greater than 360. All right. So that's it for winds aloft. Prog charts. This is the next one. And the one that I usually use is this surface plot, or surface analysis chart. It shows you where the low pressure is, the high pressure, as well as fronts. This is extremely helpful to see when bad weather is coming. So let's just go ahead and scroll through it. So there you go. It's telling me that around 000 Zulu, we got a storm system coming over near my hometown of San Jose. You can see the hatched lines. Thunderstorm, chances of rain, and we got a warm front pushing. We got more thunderstorms. And as you can see, as I'm clicking through here, we see that the warm front that's gone through now is getting hit by a cold front. And now the question for me is I want to see when it clears up. And as you can see, it's saying that it's on Thursday when things clear out. So here you go. This is 1200 Zulu on Wednesday. This is 24 hours later. So some key items out here, you can see these bars here. These are the millibars. So ISO bars that indicate pressure. If those bars are really close to each other, it means it's a strong pressure gradient, which means you're going to have really high winds. But if they're like very far apart, winds are going to be lighter. And one more item over here you'll notice is, let me circle it for you guys. This line right here is called the dry line. What this is indicating is it's indicating that this is the separation between the cold, dry air mass, which is over here, and the warm and moist air mass here. It's showing that's where they meet. So in general, if this chart's really nice if you want to check if bad weather is coming, and also you can see where the highs and lows are, so you can expect high winds or low winds. All right, the last item we're going to go over is the GFA tool. This is my favorite. So what this chart does is it uses TAFs and METARs to help predict how things will look en route. So usually I use this one to check clouds and sometimes ceilings and visibility. So let's look at this flight to, oh, sorry, 1 second. Look at this flight to Paso Robles. You can see that we have low ceilings en route. So as a VFR pilot, you probably won't be making this flight at all. Some other things we can look at is ceilings and visibility. So I can tell you what it's like en route. Okay, we see it's marginal VFR here. and as indicated by the blue. Alright. Over here is precipitation. We can also look at that. And it's also right now saying there's like thunderstorms over here. We got rain, snow, and you can see that 1 dot means there's a chance of rain, 2 dots means it's likely. And over here, you can take a look at turbulence as you scroll up. You can see the intensity. So if you're trying to avoid turbulence, you can find altitude where there's less or where the turbulence terminates, because sometimes you can fly above the turbulent layer. Okay, I think steals visibility, covered clouds, precipitation, thunderstorms. This one's also a good one. Winds. So usually I set it to surface winds, so I can see like en route if I'm gonna experience wind gusts, because that's the one thing that I'm not a fan of dealing with is hitting gusty winds because it makes the landing much more difficult. And if there's wind gusts everywhere, it's probably not a good day to fly because you might not be able to put the plane down safely. So that's it for the graphical forecast. This is the one I use the most often, especially if you're looking at a day where it's low visibility, low clouds. Unfortunately, it's only accurate. It says you can see here it's only accurate to 17 hours ahead. Actually, sorry, 18 hours ahead. My bad. And as you scroll, you can see the changes. Okay, see we can see a thunderstorm's coming right now. If we keep scrolling, yep, still there. Let's go 7 hours ahead. Oh, looks like the thunderstorm's gone, but I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, so 04 Zulu, 05 Zulu, the thunderstorm's gone. Let's go to the next day at 150 Zulu. Still have the low ceilings, and so on and so forth. So using this, you can predict your flight for the day or see when weather clears up and then take off and go. So that is it for aviation weather. These are just some of the resources that I like to use a lot and recommend you use every time you go fly because this is if these resources can help make can be the difference between you making the go or no go decision.